So I found this book called The Optimal Dose on Amazon, and it was short enough for me to at least have a look at it, buy it, and read it. And long story short, the optimal dose is 30,000 IUs of vitamin D3 every single day. Now, I know that the government recommends taking only 600 IUs every day, and this dosage is 50 times as much as normal. But the scientist who wrote this book actually breaks it down in a way that is pretty understandable and, at least in my eyes, makes taking 30,000 IUs a day seem relatively safe. Of course, with anything you hear on the internet, I would encourage you to do your own research, to learn about this in your own way and come to your own conclusions, and not let some guy on the internet tell you what to do before you make a final decision. The supposed benefit and the big reason as to why I decided I wanted to try this was apparently because taking this vitamin D3 helps get you higher quality deep sleep. And basically we know testosterone is made when we have this deep sleep. And so if you're getting more high quality deep sleep, you're allowing yourself the opportunity to make more high quality testosterone. The more testosterone we have, the bigger our muscles can get in the gym, the more successful we can be, and all of that sort of stuff. Now, the only supposed issues that you might have when taking vitamin D3 is something called hypercalcemia, which basically means that there's too much calcium in your bloodstream, and this causes your arteries to clog up, and there's potential of having heart attacks, strokes, and other issues related to that area. And first of all, I want to say that the book explains taking about 100 to 150,000 IUs of vitamin D3 will actually get your blood toxic enough to allow the calcium buildup to occur, giving you a potential stroke. So I know 30,000 is still a lot, but 30,000 compared to 150,000 is not much. Only taking 30,000 IUs of vitamin D3 a day is really not that bad. And if you are super worried about that, then there's actually this vitamin called vitamin K2 that you can use. And essentially what this does is it picks up the calcium in your blood, transports it around your body, and deposits it somewhere not in your arteries so that you won't actually die of this hypercalcemia issue that taking too much vitamin D3 can cause. Obviously, I'm not dead, and I am running a half marathon next week. I've just got these pink shoes that you can see where my finger is. Cannot wait to use them. They're called Nike Alpha Flies, and they are proper marathon running shoes, and they look so good on my wall. So definitely a must-have. Now, this little bottle only cost me, I reckon it was $28. And for the $28 that you actually spend, you end up getting 177 serves containing 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3. Essentially, if you take 30,000 IUs per day, this bottle will last you a month. So we'll say $30 for 30 days worth of vitamin D3. Pretty cheap compared to those pills that you can buy. They're very expensive. Now, for whatever reason, if you're worried that 30,000 IU of vitamin D3 is far too much, then I would encourage you to at least hop on a call with me. Obviously, I'm no scientist, I'm no expert, but what I have read is the book, and I'd be more than happy to sort of explain the science regarding why I think 30,000 IUs of vitamin D3 is not enough. So there is a link down below where you can book a call. Now, the positives I have noticed is I have probably been the most vascular I have ever been in my life. And that means my muscles have looked the most defined they ever have. My veins, I've got veins on my biceps, on my other bicep, on this shoulder, starting to show up on my right shoulder now. Incredibly vascular. And this might be due to the fact that I am training for half a marathon, but it also could potentially be due to the vitamin D3 I'm taking. And unfortunately, I haven't done any blood tests to confirm this. I'm not made of money. I don't get my bloods done every month. But what I am doing is getting my bloods taken at the end of next month to measure my testosterone, all of my other vitamins and minerals, to see my vitamin D3 levels. And I would love to make a video on that, explaining exactly where I am at, where I want to improve, what I can do to improve, and hopefully you see some value in that. Now, the negatives, there really was just one negative that I sort of observed, and I don't know if it's a direct correlation between the vitamin D3 intake, but it was actually my sleep, and more specifically my recovery. Now, I own a Whoop, and this Whoop tells me my heart rate variance. Basically, the higher your heart rate variance is, the healthier you are. So the higher it is, 100, I think I have a friend that has 200. He's crazy fit. But the higher it is, the better. And essentially my HRV, before I started taking this mega dose of vitamin D3, was anywhere from 110 to 130 per day. And as soon as I started taking it, honestly, within 1 or 2 days, it dropped quite significantly, all the way down to maybe 70 to 80. And that was a really big drop. And I obviously thought, maybe I was getting sick or there was something wrong with me. But now that it's been a full month and I haven't really seen anything come back up, I've started to wonder perhaps it is actually related to the vitamin D3. So now that it's been a month, I'm going to actually slow down on the D3. And if for whatever reason my recovery begins to increase again, and my HRV begins to increase again, and my resting heart rate begins to decrease, then that will be a very, very interesting observation I've made. And if that is the case, I would love to make a video about that. Whilst on paper, vitamin D3 has all these benefits, perhaps in my certain situation, for whatever reason, it's actually affecting the quality of my sleep and the quality of my heart. So with that being said, that is really all I had to share with you. If you would like to book a call with me to talk not just about vitamin D3, but your diet, your training, building muscle, increasing your testosterone, any of that stuff, even entrepreneurship, I would love to have a chat with you because it is something that I'm trying to get better at. It is something that I'm passionate about, and it is honestly why I've made this YouTube channel. Anything I've said in this video has been insightful. You've learned something from me. You want to learn more? I have my link down below where we can do that. So thank you. Next video, you will probably see my hair will be very different and I will be running the half marathon. So with that being said, have a productive week and I will see you soon.